The fat man was having an affair outside when his wife investigated him. The lover burst in, trapping him. "Ah, minister, you should leave." Just a moment, I'll head home soon. I'm a minister again." "You're still sleeping with the minister? Don't do this." "Respected department head. Give the minister a good beating." "I have to go now. There's something at home for me." Faced with repeated requests from his mistress, Old Pooh still ignored her. Although Old Pooh enjoys cheating, but he is very afraid of his wife. If his wife finds out, he won't be able to cheat again. But his mistress is aggressive. Tonight, she insists he stay overnight. He then picks up his phone to call his wife. Unless Old Pooh arranges a position for her at the company. Old Pooh felt very disgusted after hearing that. He also grew to resent his mistress. Mistress remained oblivious to the change. She continued to threaten Old Pooh more intensively. If he wants to deny it after getting dressed, then she'll expose their sordid affair. It would ruin Old Pooh's reputation. Old Pooh could only suppress his anger. When the already agitated Old Pooh went downstairs, also encountered two people arguing in the stairway. This made Old Pooh even more frustrated. But bad luck kept coming. While Old Pooh was returning the room card at the front desk, he accidentally cut his finger on a card. The card was stuck in his nail, causing him to grimace in pain. He took a look at the card. Turns out it's a tarot card. The Fool, the first card of the major arcana. It seems to mock Old Pooh's unlucky day. But this is just the beginning. Late night taxis are really hard to get. Finally left that awful hotel. Got in a taxi to head home. His wife called to check on him again. Old Pooh had to tell a little lie, claiming he just left the office. He'll be home soon. The driver with a beard immediately noticed that Old Pooh had just been out cheating. At this moment, Old Pooh's phone had also run out of battery. He asked the bearded man to help charge it. The bearded man took the opportunity to chat with Old Pooh. "It's fine, we're all men here. There's a girl above named Up who's even more exciting." The bearded man openly shared with Old Pooh. They even exchanged sex tips. When the conversation got lively, he even acted it out. This left a seasoned man like Old Pooh speechless. It's hard to tell who the real king is for a moment. At that moment, a delivery guy suddenly rushed out from behind the car. It nearly caused an accident. "Little bastard, what the hell are you driving? These reckless bastards." The bearded man, fuming, hit the gas and shouted, "Damn little brat. Go to hell." Sitting in the back, Old Pooh is totally confused. This driver is not only enthusiastic but also fast. Old Pooh is becoming a bit overwhelmed. He wants to find the bearded guy to get his phone back and getting off. But the bearded guy tells Old Pooh to stay calm. It's all that idiot's fault. Hearing the bearded guy continue to complain, he keeps making gestures with his hands. Then he saw the tattoo on the bearded man's back. Old Pooh felt scared inside. Then he suddenly noticed a bag at his feet. While the bearded man talked to himself, Old Pooh quietly opened the bag. He found an ID card inside, but the person on it was not the driver. Terrifyingly, the ID was stained with blood. "What are you doing?" "Oh, my shoelace is loose." "What are you doing? Look ahead." "Oh, this? It's what my last passenger left behind." Old Pooh immediately realized the bearded man was lying. He suddenly saw the driver's photo of this car. It was stuck on the back seat. Old Pooh instantly imagined the bearded man as the murderer. At that moment, the bearded man's phone rang. He casually put it on speaker. "What's wrong, big brother? Where are you?" "We're almost there. The prey we caught today. The buyer wants us to hurry the deal." "I'll speed things up, okay?" Old Pooh looked confused. After the bearded man hung up, he sped up. But Old Pooh suddenly realized the car was not going home. The bearded man explained that the road ahead was under repair. He decided to take a detour. They wouldn't just charge him extra without the meter. He quickly turned off the meter. At this point, Old Pooh was already feeling anxious. The car soon entered a wooded path, but the bearded man suddenly stopped. He glanced at Old Pooh through the rearview mirror. There was a lingering silence. He said he needed to get out for a moment. He casually took his phone with him. He left Old Pooh waiting in the car. Old Pooh started imagining wildly again. The bearded man got out and started making a call. Old Pooh was anxious. He thought, is he calling for backup? Unable to resist his curiosity, he quietly got out. He was ready to eavesdrop on the bearded man. However, the bearded man's words made Old Pooh's blood pressure spike. "If all the blood is drained, how much is left? Do you want the kidneys and liver too? He's still alive. Because this time it's too big. You have to raise the price, you know." Old Pooh felt overwhelmed after hearing this. He unexpectedly encountered an organ trafficking group. At this moment, old Pooh just wanted to escape quickly, but his legs had already gone weak and he couldn't stand. He suddenly fell to the ground. What's going on? Why are you so surprised? Old Pooh was so scared and didn't know what to do. He was frozen in shock. Are you here to pee? I'm asking if you're here to pee. Yes. Let's go inside. It's too cold outside. At the persistent request of the bearded man, old Pooh reluctantly got back in the car. He wanted the bearded man to drive him home, but the bearded man said to wait a moment. Who else is coming? Just someone who is buying things. It's like a second-hand deal. Hearing this from the bearded man, old Pooh's anxious heart finally died. Rather than waiting to be killed, better to strike first. He immediately plunged a pen into the bearded man's neck. Do you think I'm a pig? You brat. After taking down the bearded man, old Pooh discarded the bearded man's body on the spot. He prepared to drive away, but unfortunately, the car was stuck. It wouldn't budge at all. When you're unlucky, even you fart backfired. Old Pooh looked helplessly at the car. Just when he didn't know what to do, a message came on the bearded man's phone. The message said the buyer would arrive soon, and it was their first meeting. Old Pooh had no choice. He could only pretend to be the organ trafficking contact. Soon, a van slowly approached. Two burly men got out of the car, without any small talk. They wanted to check the goods. Old Pooh asked the two of them to help unload. The car was quickly pushed out. Old Pooh pretended to be an expert and had the two check the goods. Ah, this little rascal. He doesn't listen to anything I say. I dealt with him first. Seeing the corpse in the back seat, the two were momentarily stunned. It's still quite fresh. They stared at the large man in front of them. He really looks different than you'd expect. They asked old Pooh to open the trunk. What's inside is the prey they want to buy. What's up with that fat guy? I don't know. That's a deer, right? I don't know. Why don't you know anything? At this moment, the bearded man was also confused. The thin guy suggested they just pretend they didn't see it. Just take the deer away. At this moment, old Pooh is updating his wife. He says he ran into some trouble on the road. He will be home shortly. After the call, old Pooh kindly asks if she needs any help. He turns to look at the trunk. He suddenly feels frozen. It turns out he was just imagining things. The bearded man isn't part of any organ trafficking group. He's just a poacher. Thinking of mistakenly killing the bearded man, old Pooh completely lost his composure. The duo here didn't know what to do. If we call the police, their wildlife trafficking would be exposed too. Both sides looked at each other. The situation became very awkward. So, the duo could only turn a blind eye, but they were worried that old Pooh might kill to silence them, so they asked old Pooh to help load the deer onto the car first. While old Pooh was not paying attention, the big bearded man took the lead, planned to subdue old Pooh and leave quickly. Who would have thought old Pooh looks honest and simple? In a stressful situation, he kills without blinking. The two are no match for old Pooh. They were taken down one by old Pooh. Die, you little brat. To cover up the evidence, the three were neatly arranged in the taxi. Next, they poured a full barrel of gasoline into the car. They casually left after setting the car on fire. He didn't dare to drive the van and chose to walk down instead. On the way, he called his wife to check in. He said he would be home soon. His wife knew he was lying. She asked him to send her his location. Old Pooh pretended his phone had no signal and hung up. Walking home, a police car is chasing from behind. The police getting out are about to arrest him, but the police can't discover that old Pooh killed on the mountain that quickly. They want to arrest him for another murder case. Just a few hours ago, in the hotel room where old Pooh checked out, a female corpse was found, killed with a ballpoint pen. It turns out just as old Pooh planned to leave the hotel, his lover immediately called his wife, prepared to expose their affair, and let old Pooh's wife catch him at the hotel. Unexpectedly, this triggered a stressful reaction in old Pooh. It also brought him serious trouble. Just as old Pooh picks up his phone, he realizes his lover never called. It was just a prank on him. but Old Pooh overreacted. In a moment of impulse, he caused a tragedy. At this moment, Old Pooh in the police car desperately tries to explain. He says he will be done once his wife finds out. Then he claims his life is in danger and he has to resist. Next, he says he encountered an organ trafficking group. His incoherent rambling makes the police doubt if Old Pooh has mental issues. Yes, let's go to the police station to talk. Hearing the police say that, Old Pooh's eyes gleam with murderous intent again. The pen in his hand trembles beyond his control. What's that? What is it? Today was really tough. I was in another car accident. I almost died. Old Pooh called to check in with his wife. I'll be home soon. You're lying again. I contacted the assistant to the minister. There's no company dinner today. The minister didn't go out with me alone. We don't have to have a company dinner. Even though Old Pooh is going wild outside, he still can't speak loudly when he sees his wife. He can only quietly say he's on his way home. But looking at Old Pooh covered in blood, it seems he won't make it home today. Old Pooh took out the Fool Tarot card from his pocket. As if the gesture in the card is mocking Old Pooh like a fool. The dual meanings of the tarot card. The positive is risk and openness. The opposite is boldness and recklessness. He tossed the tarot cards and the deadly pen into the storage locker. He planned to pass on this misfortune. The shy beauty invited the delivery guy inside. She said the kittens and puppies at home are really fun. Then, in the shock of the guy's eyes, she slowly lifted her skirt, revealing her sexy elephant legs. The guy looked utterly speechless. He told the chubby girl to wash her face and look in the mirror. Then he turned and left without looking back. Unbeknownst to him, he had insulted a very twisted chubby girl. Abu is the #1 delivery guy in the area. With his good looks and incredible speed, he averages about 200 orders a day. But he also has a bad habit. He likes to pick female customers to deliver orders. After all, handsome guys can get perks. On that day, he received an order from a client. Abu opened the locker. Inside, he found a clump of hair. Abu picked it up and smelled a foul odor. He quickly felt sick and threw it away. Then he found a card in the locker. He picked it up and saw it was a tarot card. The High Priestess, the third card of the major arcana. Abu didn't know what this was. Thinking it was a lucky card, he casually put it in his pocket, and thus misfortune unfolded. Late that night, Abu received a delivery order for apartment 816 at the Rose Apartments. From the order, he could tell the customer was a woman. He immediately rang the doorbell, thinking he would see a beautiful girl again. When the door opened, there was a 298-pound girl. The girl was delighted to see the delivery guy's handsome face, but Abu quickly ran away without looking back. The girl immediately called out to Abu to wait. To avoid a bad review, Abu had to turn back. He asked the girl what was wrong. Unexpectedly, the girl produced a cup of water from nowhere. She wanted to offer Abu a drink and take a short break. Abu was left awkwardly standing there. Isn't there any chocolate milk? Girls usually give him chocolate milk. It's the first time he have seen someone deliver water. Abu just wanted to be polite, but the chubby girl seemed like he couldn't leave until he finished. Abu had to suppress his doubts and drink it all at once. After finishing, he noticed a fishy taste. It had a somewhat salty aftertaste. The more Abu thought about it, the more nauseous he felt. He wasn't feeling well at all. After Abu left, the chubby girl secretly opened the door to watch Abu's reaction. Abu hurried to the convenience store to buy mouthwash, to rinse away the strange taste in his mouth. The next day, Abu received order 816 again. Before ringing the doorbell, Abu sighed deeply. He had just prepared himself mentally. Opening the door quickly startled Abu. It seemed the chubby girl had been waiting at the door. This time, Abu didn't hold back. He was ready to hand over the takeout and leave. The chubby girl pulled out a bread for Abu again. Abu decisively declined this time. Who knows if the bread is filled with cream or something nasty. Seeing the chubby girl insist again, Abu had to pretend he was receiving a call. You're not even on a call. You're quite smart. Then how can you not see that I don't want to eat? The chubby girl looked a bit disappointed. She then pulled out a 10,000 yuan bill. Let's consider this as the delivery tip. Abu saw the money. His attitude softened immediately. He was about to bend down for the tip, but the chubby girl started teasing him back. Abu was speechless. That chubby girl really has her tricks. Abu just wanted to play with the money, but she thought Abu accepted her. There are so many delivery people out there. It's great to see you again. What a coincidence. Not at all. Such a connection. If it were other uncles, I would definitely not let him in. Abu has no words. 6:55. I will order takeout every day. I'll call you on time. Abu was stunned for a moment. He seriously suspected the chubby girl was ill. Then Abu smelled a foul odor. It was just like the smell from that hair last time. In the evening, Abu was delivering food. Suddenly, his phone buzzed with a new order. He checked the time. 6:55. The chubby girl's order had indeed arrived. Unexpectedly, she actually paid extra to have Abu deliver it. Abu really didn't want to take this order. In a moment of hesitation, the car behind keeps honking. In the end, Abu took the order. He arrived again at chubby girl's door. As soon as the doorbell rang, chubby girl appeared. She already had the tip ready in her hand. Can I chat with you for a bit? Nope. Do you have a girlfriend? No, I've seen it online. Delivery guys often encounter female customers without clothes. Brother, have you experienced this? Abu just can't understand what fat girls think. He just wants to take the chubby girl's money and leave. But the chubby girl keeps pushing for more. If you like that style. Abu feels extremely insulted. He hands over the delivery and prepares to leave. The chubby girl refuses to let go, completely ignoring Abu's well-being to entice him. Abu has totally lost his self-control. He knows the chubby girl has tough skin and flesh, but he didn't expect her skin to be so tough. Abu said he only likes slim people, not the chubby. He is asking the chubby girl to leave him alone, but the chubby girl seems to completely not understand him. Do you want to come in? Abu is completely losing it. If he doesn't show the chubby girl some consequences, she truly didn't know how disgusting she was. Then Abu threw away the fat girl's money. He wanted the chubby girl to stop bothering him. The chubby girl got so angry that she became even fatter. She slammed the door shut. Abu was also a guy who depended on others. After the chubby girl went back inside, he quietly returned to pick up the money on the ground. Abu thought he could finally get rid of the chubby girl's harassment. But the next night, Abu received a call from the delivery headquarters. Manager told Abu someone complained about his bad attitude. Before the bad review is lifted, Abu's account can't take orders anymore. Abu was furious. Then he realized it must be the chubby girl's malicious review. He quickly went back to the fat girl's door. He called at the door for a long time. Finally, the chubby girl opened the door. Looking at the chubby girl's smug little eyes, Abu is sure it's the chubby girl causing trouble. He wants the chubby girl to cancel the bad review and let him off. But the chubby girl shut the door before Abu could finish. Then she slipped a bag of trash through the crack in the door. There was a tip for Abu on top of the bag, asking him to throw away the trash first. Abu did it for the money. He had no choice but to comply. When throwing away the trash, Abu suddenly noticed a strange red liquid on his shoe. Angrily, he tossed the trash aside. While cleaning his shoes at home, he increasingly felt there was something off about the red liquid. It even had a faint smell of blood. On the third night, Abu returned again to ask the chubby girl to cancel the bad review. This time, the fat girl didn't say a word. She continued to give Abu a bag of trash to throw away. Abu felt the trash was unusually heavy. Suddenly, Abu noticed that the plastic bag was full of blood. Driven by curiosity, Abu opened the plastic bag. A foul smell hit him hard. To his surprise, Abu found a piece of pork skin inside, though he didn't know what kind of meat it was. But its disgusting quality was too much for Abu. To find out if this is pork or some other meat, Abu shared his findings with a friend. The friend gave Abu a way to distinguish human blood from animal blood. On the fourth night, Abu visited as usual. He took the trash handed to him by the plump girl. Abu found a small piece of meat in the chubby bag. He carefully put it in a glass jar. At home, he tested it with human blood reagent. To his surprise, there was a reaction. This means that the trash bag contained human flesh. Abu has also thrown away human flesh these days. Abu was confused at this moment. Just as he hesitated to call the police, the chubby girl surprisingly sent another order. A dangerous thought suddenly popped into Abu's mind. He thought about catching the chubby girl himself. Then he could solve a murder case, and even get a reward from the police. So he bravely returned to the door of 816. He hesitated at the door for a while. Ultimately, he decided to take a chance. Abu rang the doorbell and knocked loudly, but no one answered. To his surprise, he found the door was unlocked. It seemed like the chubby was intentionally waiting for Abu to arrive. As he entered the room, a strong stench hit him. There was a pile of takeout trash on the floor, like a small hill. Abu looked around but didn't see the chubby girl at all. He called out for the chubby girl, but no one responded. He lifted the curtain and stepped inside. Various tools were laid out on the table. There are also scattered pieces of meat. When Abu saw the bowl full of meat, One piece even had that wing tattoo. He immediately realized it was all meat cut from the chubby girl. Abu felt instantly nauseous. I heard you like skinny ones. Not far away stood a skinny woman staring at Abu. Abu then realized that the horrifying bloodied figure was the chubby girl. She had been slowly cutting off her own flesh, just to be with Abu. The chubby girl chose such a creep. Abu was utterly shocked. He watched in horror as the bloody figure approached him. It was coming to get close to Abu. Abu was terrified beyond measure. He completely forgot to resist. He accidentally stepped on a trap. Abu's thigh was crushed. The pain made Abu scream. Fear completely consumed Abu. The chubby girl decided to leave her beloved Abu here to keep her company forever. Not sure how long it had been. Another delivery guy took the order for room 816. Inside, a captivating voice from the chubby girl could be heard. She invited the delivery guy to come in. Without a second thought, the guy walked in. As soon as he stepped in, a strong foul smell hit him. He saw a phrase stuck to the wall. "My dog doesn't bark." The delivery guy thought it referred to the owner's dog. A closer look reveals something surprising. A person is actually chained up, and it is squeezing yogurt into a funnel. The transparent tube is below the funnel. It is directly connected to Abu's esophagus. At this moment, Abu's mouth is sewn shut. Abu can only use this to stay alive. The delivery guy screams in panic. He rolls and crawls on the ground. The chubby girl doesn't like talkative men, so Abu's mouth was sewn shut. Abu told the young man to be quiet, but the young man ultimately fell victim to the chubby girl. He remained forever. Abu has accepted his fate. He became the chubby girl's pet. No one knows if Abu regrets his decision now, but it's all too late. The double meanings of the tarot cards. The high priestess seeks knowledge. Conversely, those lacking understanding will fall into madness. The guy worked hard to support his girlfriend through the postgraduate exam. Unexpectedly, after passing, the first thing she did was dump him. Although Park Beautyoke found out his girlfriend cheated on him, but he chose to endure it in silence. This was because the matchmaker helped him exact revenge using special methods. 3 days ago, Park Beautyoke attended his friend's wedding. He accidentally found a postcard in the hotel. It was addressed to a couple's agent. Their business promises to ensure couples reach the altar. Park Beautyoke decided to visit them for his girlfriend's sake. But who knows, the matchmaker's words suddenly broke Park Beautyoke's defense. Considering your girlfriend's age and profession, she's among the most desired in the marriage market. The matchmaker questioned Park Beautyoke. No matter the family background or education, or even future prospects and looks, compared to his girlfriend, he is considered a lower-tier ordinary person. Park Beautyoke felt a bit confused. He initially wanted to seek a relationship, but the matchmaker demeaned his with her rankings, because marriage ultimately follows a hierarchy. If the ranks don't match, everything will be overturned. Madam, isn't this a place for wedding consultations, or is it a place to help ruin marriages? Feeling insulted, Park Beautyoke stood up to leave. Unexpectedly, the matchmaker's words came true right away. When Park Beautyoke discussed the bride price with his girlfriend, "My girlfriend wants more than just the betrothal gifts. She also wants to buy a house outright. Your dad can sell the house in the countryside, and help us buy a house. To be honest, I don't want to start our new life renting completely." "Alright, I'll go talk to them." Exactly. Huiyuan and her husband bought a nice place. I'm so envious. Park was surprised at how accurate the matchmaker's prediction was. Your girlfriend works for a state-owned enterprise, and she has a job in a financial state-owned enterprise. This is a time when it's easy to waver. Once the dowry and bride price are mentioned, she will likely shift the topic to the issue of the wedding house. Just when he thought it was just a coincidence, he decided to book the wedding venue in advance. Unexpectedly, his girlfriend thought he was rushing things. She doesn't want to get married so soon. She jokingly said she envies friends who enjoy the freedom of dating without marrying. When you mention a specific wedding date, she jokes to change the subject. Before she found a job back then, she's the one eager to marry, right? Park was completely panicked inside. The matchmaker's words hit hard. Each one accurately predicted his girlfriend's reaction. Park had to believe the matchmaker was for real. He had no choice but to plead for her help. The matchmaker reassured him not to worry at all. She will definitely make them marry as he wish. Then she took out a ballpoint pen. She had Park sign the contract. After that, she pulled out a USB drive. It hides the girlfriend's true nature. After returning home, Park accidentally spilled wine on his girlfriend. While the girlfriend went to change clothes, he secretly used the USB given by the matchmaker to implant a virus in his girlfriend's phone. Once doubt arises, the accusation is immediately valid. The next day, Park received screenshots of his girlfriend's chat from the matchmaker. Seeing his girlfriend's chat with her close friend, Park's sensitive and inferiority heart exploded. The friend belittled Park down worthless. His girlfriend did not support Park. Instead, she agreed with her friend's view. The friend introduced her to a better guy. His girlfriend isn't rejecting at all, always wanting to have both. The brother I introduced to you last time. Good-looking people have bright futures. Driving a Mercedes, you know, please keep this for me and don't introduce it to anyone. Ah, shit. Park never expected his girlfriend was just looking for better options. She actually treated him like a donkey. Park felt a rush of frustration inside. He planned to vent his anger on his girlfriend as soon as he got home. However, she quickly refused, citing the lack of a condom. Park could tell that his girlfriend's mind was elsewhere, but he couldn't bring it up openly. The matchmaker told him to keep quiet no matter what happened. In the end, she would surely make them marry. He had no choice but to silently endure. Soon, the matchmaker's predictions proved accurate. His girlfriend's beauty attracted the pursuit of her colleagues. The colleague is not only well off, but also witty and humorous. He almost completely outshines Park. Just as they were enjoying their conversation, his girlfriend saw Park coming to pick her up from work. The woman's thoughts were clearly revealed. My friend is here to pick me up. I have to go now. Okay, goodbye. Who is he? Just colleagues. Facing his fickle girlfriend, Park couldn't take it anymore. Had a big fight with his girlfriend in the car. I'm not interested in him, but he suddenly offered me a drink to get closer. So you exchanged phone numbers? He asked me, and I just told him. You're crazy. Do you give your number to other men? They're all colleagues. Isn't it arrogant not to give? Don't you also have the contact number of a female employee? Did I flirt with them and leave work with them? Say it. Don't shout at me. Seeing she couldn't match her boyfriend, Park, his girlfriend quickly leveraged her advantages. She turned, got out of the car, and left, leaving Park there, sulking alone. A man in a cold war is the least calm. Fearing loss, he frantically texts to beg for forgiveness. He saw his girlfriend simply reply, "It's fine." Do the audience relate to this instantly? It's clearly not Park's fault. Yet, Park bears the mental burden alone. He wants to invite his girlfriend to dinner to apologize, but she declined, saying she has a work dinner. She even stressed it would be mixed gender. Unexpectedly, mixed meant just one man and one woman. Watching her happily interact closely with her colleagues, Park waiting secretly for his girlfriend in the lobby is going crazy, following them all the way. He followed them to a single apartment. Park stood downstairs looking at the dark room above. He was like an ant on a hot pan, struggling to rush up, catch this couple in the act. But he suddenly remembered what the matchmaker said. Just believe and do as I say. I will make sure to help you walk into the wedding hall hand in hand with Miss Jean. Park can't even understand it himself. Why marry a woman like her? He turned around and left. After a night of struggle, the girlfriend was completely exhausted. Are you leaving so soon? I have to go now. It's still early. Wait a moment. Looking at the colleague's face, she then remembered she had a boyfriend. She quickly ran to the bathroom. Once she sobered up, she regretted her foolish actions last night. She looked at her phone with dozens of missed calls. She felt a bit ashamed of herself. The guilt from cheating made her panic, worried about being caught by her boyfriend. Brother, I'm sorry. I just fell asleep. Don't worry. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Watching Park not reply, guilt made his girlfriend keep calling Park. Brother, you aren't really angry, are you? I'm worried because you didn't reply. At work. Sorry. Let this be the last time. I need to go in for a meeting. Even if Park is cheated on, he can do nothing. After all, his girlfriend is better off. There's nothing to do. That's just reality. To make life work, you should always have a bit of green on your head. Her friend urged her even more to change her boyfriend. Marriage is a reality. With your qualities, you can definitely choose a better man. What are you talking about? Let go quickly. It will lessen the pain for both of Park. We really haven't reached that level. But her friend said, you've been cheating outside. This is enough to prove there's a problem between you. At that moment, a message suddenly came through on her phone. The colleague invited her to go hiking tomorrow. The good friend encouraged her to be brave. Forget the old love and welcome the new. Can't help the inner agitation. She finally followed her friend's advice, going hiking with colleagues, thinking about her continuous progress, while her boyfriend is stagnant. She was touched. Will you cherish me? Honestly, I'm still thinking about my relationship with my boyfriend. Thank you for saying that. Just trust me, Miss Jean, I'm serious about you. I will cherish you. Then I'll break up with my boyfriend right away. Then, thank you. So is today the first day of our relationship? Day 1. Shall we take a photo to celebrate our first day together? Come here for a moment. Be careful. Just take a picture of that tree. Is it over there? Raise your arm a bit. Okay? 123. Unexpectedly, her boyfriend supported her to pass the postgraduate qualifying exam, but her first act after succeeding was to cut off her boyfriend. However, karma will come around quickly. Her new boyfriend accidentally pushed her off the cliff. Fortunately, he caught her hand in time. Hold on, I'll pull you up. I'll pull you up. Hang on a bit. Hold on. Hold me tightly. Hang on a bit. What should we do? We're both sweating. Didn't expect this new boyfriend pushed her off the cliff on purpose. Now Jean is in a tough spot. She's blind to the truth. Fortunately, Jean didn't die from the fall. She survived after being taken to the hospital, but she is completely disabled now. But this is the way the matchmaker operates. Miss Jean has been downgraded now. She is now below the level of Park. When Jean woke up, she regretted everything. I'm really sorry, brother. I lost my mind for a moment. But I swear, it wasn't serious between us. It's just that he treats me well. That's why I went hiking with him. Brother, are you listening to me? I really made a mistake. Jean fears her boyfriend will abandon her because he finds her a burden. She no longer feels superior and proud like before. All she wants is to spend her life with her boyfriend. Jean didn't expect her boyfriend to not dislike her. In fact, he loves her even more. She just doesn't realize this is what he wants. His lower-ranked girlfriend will be completely devoted from now on. She won't dare to have other thoughts. Times change. Park was promoted to the new manager. The beautiful colleague immediately began to flirt. Department head? That's amazing. Assistant Park, congratulations. Thanks so much. So handsome. Thank you. At that moment, Park's inner world was turned upside down. Looking at a photo of his ex-girlfriend, he quickly stuffed it into the drawer. The beautiful colleague often wore black stockings to flirt with Park. Now and then, she even slapped his butt. This gives Park great satisfaction. From the girlfriend's side, living with a disability is tough. Jean realizes she can't be without her boyfriend. She wants her boyfriend to be with her, but her boyfriend is busy with work and doesn't respond. A few days later, Jean is fired for being absent. Now, she not only has a disability but has also lost her job. It's useless even if she cries her eyes out. Their circumstances have dramatically reversed. Just as Jean felt hopeless, a red card suddenly appeared on the hospital bed. It said, couple broker. It felt like grabbing a lifeline. Jean also sought help from the matchmaker. The matchmaker gave her the same advice as to Park. If you can't raise your status, then lower her status. People. The worse one's situation, the more time passes, the more we can't be apart. Yes. Even if we see each other's true selves, but many still maintain the status quo. I just hope he won't run away. Just staying by my side is enough. Park might think the same way. I accept your request to make you all on the same level. I promise. Just when Park was in an intense battle with his beautiful colleague, the beauty suddenly picked up a nearby pen. When Park woke up again, he found himself abandoned in a half-finished building, and one of his eyes had been poked out. A deep pain and regret filled his heart, which completely broke Park. Now, Neither of them can live without the other. They are not just lovers, but also the companions with disability. A broken leg and a blind eye are a perfect match. Boyfriend Park lies in his girlfriend's arms, crying in regret. The worse your situation gets, the more you rely on each other. The couple has faced worldly temptations, and now they've returned with disabilities. They can only settle for each other, living together day by day. One is heartless, the other unjust. The two heartless and unjust ones end up just like the matchmaker said. They truly entered the marriage hall and became a couple. The wife smiles on the surface. Inside, she's crying. The husband feels the same way. They both want to test human nature, but human nature can't withstand the test. Fortunately, neither of them is a good person. They're like a bitches and a womanizer to be together forever. At this moment, the matchmaker attends their wedding. She gives the couple a knowing laugh. She immediately turned and left. A tarot card was left at her feet. The ninth card of the major arcana is the Hermit. This card represents wisdom and insight. On the other hand, it can indicate greed and carelessness. The beautiful host was energetically swinging her arms in the live stream. This thrilled the top supporter in front of the screen. He even took out his retirement savings to send gifts to her. Looking at the screen full of gifts, Sensi decided to play bolder. As a professional edge streamer, she decided to hold an offline fan event for the top donor. Shoo, hello, yes, can we meet today? Let's skip the drinking. I'll book the hotel. Should you ask to meet me just for sex? If not, then forget it. Then see you at the Great Wall Station at 7 p.m. Soon, Sensi arrived at the hotel wearing black fishnet stockings. She knocked on the door of room 308. She found that the top guy hadn't arrived yet, so she used her room card to open the door and get ready. But just as she stepped inside, Sensi suddenly froze. Excuse me, who are you? She saw a woman with disheveled hair in the bathtub, sitting with her back turned to her. Sensi, holding life, carefully walked forward. Looking around, she didn't see anyone else. Sensi asked who the woman was. The woman showed no reaction. Sensi bravely moved closer. Suddenly, upon closer inspection, the head that suddenly flew out turned out to be a dummy. At that moment, Sensi suddenly let out a cackling laugh. Wow, that's exciting. Did you see that? Did you see? That was almost scary, right? She had already set up the camera in the corner. Sensi loves to meet online friends in person. After they bite, she intentionally pranks them. She streams their embarrassing moments for views. Little did they know, she's pretty but not very smart. One day, she will meet someone bad. Then Sensi quietly hid downstairs at the hotel. She was live streaming while waiting for the viewer to show up. Live streaming and waiting for the viewer. Honestly, she's really ugly. Everyone, I'm signing off now. I feel like throwing. To stream the viewer's embarrassing moment, Sensi quietly followed behind the viewer. After entering the hotel, the viewer, for tonight's success, first, sprayed some fragrance in the mouth, then checked if the condom was sufficient. How come there's only one left? Damn. The viewer politely knocked on the door after entering the room. Looking at the woman already sitting in the bathtub, waiting, the viewer seemed less anxious. He even bowed before starting. This guy just went in. So exciting to anticipate. Seeing the viewer being so polite while hooking up, Sensi couldn't help but laugh. When were these prepared? If only I had known, I would have brought a bottle of red wine too. Mom. This guy called for his mom. The viewer finally realized he was played by the female streamer. He was furious, wanting to kill the streamer. Damn it, damn, that woman. He's so angry. What to do? The viewer called Sensi. The phone ringing almost exposed Sensi hiding outside. Luckily, she hung up in time. Otherwise, she would have been caught by angry viewer. She would have faced a beating. She watched as the viewer stormed off. Sensi returned to her room, started showing off her achievements to her fans in the stream. She looked at the screen filled with gifts. Sensi was extremely happy. What's frustrating is that every time she finishes her game, she reveals the other person's identity. He is from Pooping City. He came for a one-night stand. Username is Banana Meat Stick. Username is also quite weird. He said he was a new graduates can't be weird. She thought she was done after playing with them. But danger is already approaching. On the way home, she hit traffic. At that moment, her phone got a live stream alert. Sensi opened it and saw it was that guy she just met online. At this point, Sensi thought she'd hooked me. It's rush hour now. She should be in a taxi now. You ask why I know her so well? Everyone, I've been a loyal fan of Sensi TV for the past year. But that nasty woman, it turns out the chubby fan was once the top supporter of Sensi. He spent 50 million on gifts for Sensi. In the end, He ran out of money and was heartlessly abandoned by the streamer. He knows Sensi likes to play with people. This time he deliberately showed up to force some interest. Unexpectedly, Sensi wasn't at the hotel. He was still outsmarted by her, so the top supporter decided to teach Sensi a lesson in person. Alright, this is Sensi's home. That's 1001 over there. Hey, what do you mean by illegal intrusion? Do you have any evidence? She tricked me out of 50 million won. I'm here to collect money today. Sensi suddenly panicked. She asked the driver how long it would take. The bearded man calmly said he couldn't help it due to the traffic. Sensi yelled at him without holding back. Tell the bearded man to take her home. Why does the girl have such a foul mouth on their first meeting? Damn it, bad luck. Damn it. What? Hey, Sensi ignored everything directly. She got off without paying for the ride. Hey, you bitch. Aren't you going to pay, bastard? No wonder the bearded man got so mad after meeting the chubby guy. Turns out he was pissed off by this unreasonable woman. Sensi brought the police home. They were ready to catch the top guy who trespassed. In the end, they searched the whole house. No one found the top brother. The police searched but found nothing. There were no signs of forced entry. The police concluded there was no intruder. They then turned and left. Even Sensi thought the top brother was just boasting. He was just trying to scare her. Then Sensi confidently started the live stream. She even mocked the top brother in the chat. That guy was once my die-hard fan. He's actually broke. I didn't tell him to reward everything. He's just an idiot. Just then, Senko received another live stream notification. She opened it. The top supporter was lewdly laughing. Directly confused Sen. What are you doing? You crazy person. Are you insane? Before the words could finish, Sensi suddenly noticed something was off with the new microphone. I will sue him and make him go to jail. What's going on? My microphone is expensive. The sudden echo left Senko confused, but when she glanced at the computer screen, she suddenly felt unwell. The computer screen showed her own back. Sensi was drenched in sweat. Not know how long it has been. Sensi's streaming partner Ji Buchung came to hang out. As soon as he walked in, he saw Sensi sitting still in front of the computer. He thought Sensi was being deliberately mysterious, so he walked over. Damn, what is this? Taking a closer look, he was instantly frozen in shock. Mom! Suddenly, Sensi's head fell to the ground. Her body was sitting in the chair. There was a spring stuck in her neck. It was Sensi's head that just flew in. Ji Buchung was so scared he froze. And this terrifying scene was live-streamed by the #1 guy. This idiot actually called for mom. The live chat is buzzing now. Watches his live stream rapidly gain followers and subscriptions. The top streamer decided to start his own show. I'll take over her show. Sensi. Bye. La la la. Right after the top streamer finished the live broadcast, the live chat is still celebrating. Someone suggested also live stream killing the top donor from earlier to celebrate. Everyone agreed on that. The roles of the fisherman and the fish switched instantly. The 8th card of the major arcana, the chariot. Upright, it represents progress and victory. Sensi made quite a bit of money using this streaming method. Reverse, it indicates collapse and setbacks. In the end, Sensi paid the ultimate price for this vampiric behavior. How many different ways do Korean women have fun? I have a boyfriend. I'm just here to relax today. You don't actually not want to sleep with me, do you? I thought you were pretending to be cute on purpose. Turns out you really are a nice guy. That's really funny. Xiao Shuai is a rare pure love warrior. He just wants a normal relationship. But he always meets bar girls who only care about looks. Just because he has a handsome face. Wherever he goes, girls notice him. Even at work, wealthy women ask for his number. Xiao Shuai only has one ugly friend, Depeo, and he always drags Xiao Shuai along when he dates girls. As long as Xiao Shuai is there, it's easy to get girls. Girls are captivated by Xiao Shuai's looks, but even girls shake their heads at Xiao Shuai's pure love. Hey, what are you thinking? Say something. Do you believe in fate? What? Are you an 80s kid? He is just too honest. Do you want some dessert? Do you want to go out for a bite? Sure, let's go. Let's hold hands and walk. I'll join you too. The pure love warrior falls once again. Although Xiao Shuai is handsome, but it's always the ugly friend Depeo who gets the girl. Turns out you can be ugly and have a lot of fun. Girls still love to have fun. I think I finally understand why I'm single. It's all because I'm too handsome and too pure. Xiao Shuai, who thought he would die alone. Then one day, he received a tarot card, the Lovers, the seventh card of the major arcana. It foretold that Xiao Shuai would soon meet a woman who would change his destiny. Xiao Shuai found a strand of long hair in his locker in the underground passage. But he was the only one using that locker. The sudden hair appeared out of nowhere. Xiao Shuai didn't take it seriously. The next day, he passed by the underpass. Curiosity drove him to open the locker again. He was surprised to find another hair inside. It felt a bit strange. He then used his phone to inspect the locker closely, but there were no hidden compartments inside. The eerie hair remained a mystery. He thought it was someone's prank, so he wrote a note asking who he was. Then he put the note in the back of the locker and locked it. When he opened it again, Xiao Shuai was dumbfounded. A strand of hair mysteriously appeared on the note. He suddenly realized the locker might connect to another world, so he dropped a pen and a notebook. He locked the locker again. Sure enough, there were extra words on the notebook. The word means the complete opposite. Xiao Shuai can only look at himself in the mirror. I accidentally discovered a different world across from the locker. But I honestly didn't expect there to be someone there. Is your world the same as mine over there? Who are you? Who are you? Xiao Shuai accidentally discovered her in a parallel world. Their exchanges in the notebook became more frequent. It felt like they were meant to be lovers. Xiao Shuai gradually fell in love with the woman from the parallel world. The woman told Xiao Shuai, her world is just the opposite of Xiao Shuai's. But what happens is the same. They both experienced the 2002 World Cup in Seoul. And here is also Xiao Shuai's barbershop. He's just a clerk, not Xiao Shuai. After chatting for a while, the women from parallel world are also curious about Xiao Shuai. Can I hear your voice? Xiao Shuai gets nervous and stutters. Fortunately, he recorded what he wanted to say. Xiao Shuai opened the storage locker. Excitedly, he placed the recorder inside. When he opened it again, he picked up the recorder. The parallel world girl's voice struck his heart. Is my voice okay? I feel a bit shy for some reason. My name is Wu Ziyuan. I was just an ordinary office worker until recently. You have a really nice voice. You can have confidence. Actually, I'm just like you. I'm also not good at communicating with others. I feel like I've been isolated for a long time. Two lonely people meet. It seems they both found support in each other, even across a parallel world. They can't help but look forward to every exchange. Ziyuan tells Xiao Shuai about the path she walks every day, the place she lives, and the four-leaf clover downstairs. Every day at work, Ziyuan looks at that clover, and Xiao Shuai shares his world here. His favorite place is a park where he can sit alone. It feels like being in love. But suddenly one day, Ziyuan stopped responding. Why haven't you said anything? Did something happen to you? Did I do something wrong? Xiao Shuai was in despair. His life seemed to return to a forgotten corner. He was absent-minded at work. He almost cut a customer's ear. You bastard. You bastard. What should I do? Oh my. Xiao Shuai doesn't care about the punishment he might face. His thoughts were taken away by the sudden disappearance of Ziyuan. Without Ziyuan, he became himself again. In this world, no one needs me. I'm sorry for taking so long to message you. Are you struggling? I've waited for so long. Ziyuan finally replied. She feels troubled thinking they are from different worlds. Unrequited love prevents her from going further. Then Ziyuan proposed a bold idea. Should we meet in person? I miss you so much. Xiao Shuai can't help but think about her. He can't wait to see Ziyuan from another reality. He arrived at the locker. Ziyuan told her to open the locker at 12. This would open the door to a parallel world. At 12 sharp, Xiao Shuai opened the locker. Inside, a scene from another world appeared. It was completely opposite to his world. Even the text in the ads was reversed. But Ziyuan wasn't there. Xiao Shuai couldn't suppress his urge. Without hesitation, he climbed into the locker. Didn't notice the warning that only one person can pass. Entering the opposite world. This is also an underground passage, but there is only one locker. Xiao Shuai called out Ziyuan's name in the passage, but Ziyuan didn't show up. He was ready to leave the underground passage, but he found he could not get out. No matter which exit he took, he would return to the underground passage from another entrance. There's really no other place here, and there's no one else, let alone the girl, Ziyuan. Xiao Shuai was suddenly bewildered. When he opened the locker again to go back, what he saw left him speechless. Who are you? The disheveled woman closed the locker without hesitation, leaving Xiao Shuai in that void. No matter how Xiao Shuai cried for help, no one will discover Xiao Shuai anymore. He will be trapped in this space forever. On the other side, Ziyuan returns to the real world. Leaning against the locker, she smirks coldly. She has finally escaped. She worked hard for this. What parallel worlds are there? These are just her lives. She accidentally entered that void. She doesn't know how long she's been trapped here, counting the days every day. Just when she was about to go crazy, the empty boy fell into her trap. A lonely person longing to escape the abyss. Looking at the hand reaching out from the abyss, people may think this is salvation. Little do they know it might pull him deeper into the abyss. You're right. Actually, everyone is lonely. But it will get better. If you have someone who can bear it for you. This is the law of the world. The major arcana card of love and joy. Upright symbolizes love and joy. Reversed indicates jealousy and betrayal.